Hey everybody, PM Kester here, back with another video in support of my January full of career videos. We are taking a break for career this month. In today's video, I'm talking about how to reclaim your life from work. How to reclaim your life from work. Pencil, paper, beverage, and let's get into this video. All right, everybody, again, thank you so much for supporting me this month. Thank you just for supporting, of course, how to take a break. I am just so appreciative each time I see a comment, each time I see a like, each time I see you subscribing to this channel. You'll see the subscribe button up. So if you're watching, you just discovered me, welcome in, subscribe so you can check out many videos talking about all the multiple ways that you can take a break. This month, we just happen to be concentrating on taking a break for career, but we talk about all the things over here. And this topic came up, I saw this about reclaiming your life from work. If you have watched some of the career videos I did last year, I talked about working myself into sickness, right? And having to take a break from work and things of that nature. I will make sure I link the playlist because there's now a career playlist so you can see some of my background, I am black, with health and career and just work-life balance. And that is something that I feel like that was a definite lesson of last year and things that I'm taking to heart this year. So it's so interesting and I think so timely for me to talk about this topic of reclaiming your life from work. And I have 4 things that I think are helpful. Number 1, assess your day. In the last video, also that's going to be linked below, I talked about assessing your day. What does that mean? That means you're going to open up your calendar at the beginning of each week. So maybe the Monday that you go into work, you're going to look in and you're going to look at your day. And in that video, I talk about how you look for gaps of time. And so it's not even, because so many times we think about our work day. And so I talked about looking at gaps of time from the beginning to the end of your day, from when you wake up to when you like lay down or log out, like however you want to kind of set that time. Because we often have gaps where we can do things for ourselves, but it's more pivotal, especially for the point of this video, which is reclaiming your life from work, that you're going to look at those breaks within your day that you have to reclaim your time. That's right. That's what they said. Reclaim your time. So you're going to look at those gaps in your work day where you can reclaim your time. Are you someone that does not have a real lunch break? Now, you know that the job gives you at least 30 minutes as part of your 8-hour shift. You get 30-minute and 2 15-minute, which I think is the federal labor law. I'll Google it before I post the video so I can put it in the descriptions, because you know I don't like to tell y'all wrong. But are you actually utilizing that time? If not, that's how you reclaim. That's one way to reclaim your life from work. Make sure you are taking the time that you're supposed to be getting. So that may be for you putting 30 minutes on your calendar as a private meeting around your lunchtime, 12, 11, 1, to make sure that you get your lunch break, to sit, not in front of your computer, but to sit and just take a break for yourself. Actually enjoy your lunch and not be stressed. Y'all be getting like indigestion and stuff, trying to still work while you're trying to scarf down your food and eating unhealthily. So to mindfully take your lunch. So you're going to assess your day to see if you're doing that. Your 15-minute breaks, you might need to do something. I had a boss that I worked for, and I was planning her calendar, and we would do something where there was a buffer in between meetings. Like if it was something where there was like back-to-back meetings, we would try to break that up and see, we'll call someone and be like, hey, do you need the full hour? Can we make your meeting 45 minutes to give her a 15-minute break? So that's one of her 15-minute breaks. We try to do that in the morning and do that in the evening. Put stuff like that in your calendar. I also think there's something in Outlook where you can tell them that you don't want your meetings to be like full 30-minute meetings. You want them to be like limited to 25-minute meetings, or your hour-long meetings to be limited to 45 meetings, unless you personally override it and approve it. So look at those things. Those are ways to reclaim your time. So also, after you have assessed your day, how to reclaim your life from work. Number 2, set a boundary. Set a boundary. Be clear. Be intentional. And that's the key word. We're going to talk a little bit more about that at the very end. Be intentional. If your work schedule is 7:30 to 4, be intentional about your start time. Be intentional about your stop time. If you know you have some flexibility on one of those times, blur it a little bit, not too much, because the whole thing, someone once told me, go in being clear about what your intentions are and how you are setting that boundary. We're going to setting that boundary for what your work schedule is. So if you know you have to stop at 4, or you want to stop at 4 so that you can go home and cook dinner for your kids, you can go home and help your kids with homework, you can go home and go hang out with your friends. Set that boundary that time is your stop time, whatever time that is. Set a boundary. I have a mentor that tells me that he has set a boundary where he's only allowed to look at his phone 1 time per night, and his partner holds him accountable for that. We're going to talk about that next. Also, I have something where I have a weekend limit, where if I have a bunch of work and I know I need to pop in on the weekend, 1 hour on Sunday, that's it. And I actually set a timer and I get done. I do what I can do within that hour. That's it. That's it. Because you will look up and you will be like, I've given my all to this job and I have nothing for me. I have done nothing for my health. I have done nothing for my kids, family, people looking for relationships. All right, number 3, how to reclaim your life from work. Get an accountability team. Get an accountability team. I believe I mentioned how my mentor's partner holds him accountable for the 1 time a night looking at his phone. Other coworkers are good sources in this, because you're all, especially if you're all working towards the same goal. I believe everybody wants to reclaim their life from work. I hope so. So my coworkers know that one of my goals this year is to reclaim 1 lunchtime a week for my health. So yoga, Pilates, going for a walk or something like that. And so they'll ask me on Monday or Tuesday what I'm doing, or if I've already done it that week. And that holds me accountable, because I'm like, oh, I know that they're going to ask about it. It's something that we talk about. And so that's something that's helpful for me. Friends, even your mentor, my mentor will ask me things like that when we have our twice monthly check-ins, because he knows that's a goal for me as well. And he knows I have other goals. So he'll ask about these things and how I'm balancing my work and work-life balance and stuff like that. Because, it helps. This helps. I feel like the people who are best in their jobs are people who recognize how to reclaim their life from work. Because, look, let's be real. You could fall out dead at your desk and they will replace you within 2 weeks. So find the time to reclaim your life from that job. Okay. None of this matters. I've given you 3 ways to reclaim your life from work: assessing your day, setting a boundary, getting an accountability team. None of that matters If you are not intentional about reclaiming your life from work, you have to be intentional. This can't be lip service, because a lot of times that's what this is. Oh, the job is just getting all of my time. I don't have the time to spend time with my kids. I don't have the time to get healthy. I don't have time for myself. But time is there and you're not taking it. You got the leave that's unused, a huge amount of leave. You're not taking the leave. You have gaps of time in your day. You're not taking it. You're not being firm on your boundaries. None of this means anything if you are not intentional about reclaiming your life, reclaiming your time, reclaiming your life from that job. Are you going to be intentional? Let me know in the comments how you are reclaiming your life from your job. Hopefully someone will see this video and they will see your comments and they will be inspired to be intentional and take that next step. Until next time, find a little time to take a break.